In 2014, a group of volunteers from BCfm radio in Bristol travelled to Rio de Janeiro in Brazil to report on the World Cup and the political situation in Rio. We broadcast the One Love Breakfast live from our hotel room every morning at 3 a.m. local time. Whilst there, we met Daniel, who runs a guitar orchestra in a favela on the outskirts of the city, providing his students with a skill and a distraction from the drug trafficking and gun crime that surrounds them and their families. We were so inspired by these young musicians that we promised to bring 6 of them to Bristol. And after months of fundraising and with the support of our city, Davi, Gabrielle, Victor, Daniel, Pedro and Samuel arrived here in July, along with their leaders Daniel and Nadia. First up was the group's biggest crowd yet, performing the main stage at Bristol's Harbour Festival.
But right now, we're going to call Musica Encantada onto the stage to get ready.
Estou achando incrível essa viagem, é uma coisa muito única e é uma experiência muito ótima. Eu nunca tinha tocado para tanta pessoa, lá a gente tocou e foi muito legal, muito legal.
Foi bem emocionante porque normalmente eu sou recente na orquestra e eu não tinha esse costume de tocar com tantas pessoas. E foi uma experiência inovadora assim, que vai ficar para a vida toda, que eu vou guardar. Vou contar tudo o que está acontecendo, contar para todos os meus amigos, minha família.
The boys also met the Lord Mayor performing in his garden and jammed with Bristol singer IK at the Mercure Hotel. And they even performed in a special show just for them at Colston Hall, featuring various artists from around the city, including Bristol's youth record labels Saffron and Temple.
Muito bom, fantástico estar aqui, né, no verão, no calor. Eu já estive aqui no inverno, né? É bem diferente a cidade. Cidade muito viva, as pessoas muito legais. Como se diz, né? Tudo aqui é muito legal, assim. As pessoas são muito simpáticas, muito abertas, né? Eles foram muito receptivas comigo e com os meninos.
É muito bom ver que as pessoas aqui, mesmo não conhecendo muito assim o nosso gênero musical, elas gostam, elas aplaudem, dá pra ver pelo rosto delas que elas gostam do tipo de música que a gente toca.
Contar da nossa experiência que a gente teve aqui, porque Inglaterra, né, irmão? Então, tô muito feliz por isso.
The group are now safely back in Rio after the trip of a lifetime. They became mini superstars around Bristol, with people even recognising them on the streets, and hopefully they've returned with some incredible memories that they can share with their friends and remind each other that there is another way of life. But the journey was not without its hitches. The musicians were turned away from their initial flight to the UK as they weren't told by American Airlines that they'd need visas for a 3-hour stopover at JFK Airport in America. This meant that these boys who'd never been on an aeroplane before or even left the small area that they grew up in had to cancel the flight and go home with their families. Well, their teacher Daniel could not bear the thought of the boys' dreams being crushed and borrowed £9,000 for them to board a flight to the UK the next day. BCfm have set up a Just Giving page to try to help Daniel pay back some of that huge loan. Just head to justgiving.com and search Brazil to Bristol. We know that this won't be the end of our communication with these inspiring young boys. We'll be keeping in touch and finding out about their progress as the years go on. To keep up to date, just follow BCfm and Musica Encantada on social media.